Okay.
Welcome to Kiki and Cupid, Love After Lockup edition. We are here for a season 30 debrief with our girl, Indiera. Look her, looking all hot. And Mary's here with no headphones, no earbuds.
No earbuds.
Welcome,
My ears are
ladies.
naked tonight, guys.
Welcome, Indy. Thank you so much for coming.
No problem.
We are excited to be at. So much has happened since the last time we talked to us, including that gorgeous blonde hair you're wearing.
I like to change it.
Yes.
I gotta
Look
change
like
it
a
up.
snack, girl.
Thank you.
Looking good.
I got cute for y'all because honestly, like my hair would have been in a bonnet, makeup would have been off, and I would have been probably watching like some type of TV. Like I just got into. Have y'all ever seen Unexpected? Like one of my friends told me about that, and so I've been binge watching. Like I'm in like season 4 now, so I would have been watching that.
Yeah, I don't because I get really upset at those young girls for not using birth control.
Oh my God.
I'm like that. That's why they got 16 and pregnant.
The TV.
Teen mom. I be watching it and I just be like, damn, y'all are so ill-equipped. But then I remember like being 16 and that age, and I just was having a lot of fun too. Like I was with somebody I met my oldest daughter father at 16 and we were together up until I was 24. So I was one of those girls, like I was one of those teen moms. So
Wow.
can't say too much about it, but I do be like, was this like I was like this? Ew. It's interesting.
I'm not going to say I didn't start young. I'm just going to say I had excellent birth control. That's all I'm trying to say.
Good for you, because I was not. I was being careless. I was being careless. And listen, I moved out at like 17, and I didn't come back until like 24. So, and nobody can tell me we was gonna be together forever. So, you know.
What is forever anyway?
Exactly. What is forever?
I got married at 24 and it did not last long. Then I got married again at 29 and that lasted long, but it was okay. Let's not go into that. That was my 90-day fiance. Okay?
Right. That was your 90-day fiance.
Yes. I was married to a South African guy. So, but here's what I really want to say. Our favorite restaurant down on the beach has a new menu. So I've tried 2 new drinks and I'm buzzed. So drink number 1 was a smoky pineapple margarita. And it had like mezcal in it. It was neither smoky nor pineapple-y. So then I tried their spicy hibiscus margarita and it worked.
Oh, it
worked? Barely made it home. I was like, carry me. Andrew, please carry me. That's my news.
Needless to say, you're lit.
I'm lit.
Yes, he's lit. He's lit
more than usual.
And this is gonna be fun.
Yeah,
I know. I'm getting sick of everyone ridiculing my drunkenness.
Brianna, we're gonna
like listen
from cracking by the time we're done. Okay, and then
gotta turn up.
I'm shy. That's why I'm too nervous to do this unless I'm a little bit lit. That's all.
So it helps with your anxiety.
Yeah, exactly. It's medicine, not the right kind, of course. Don't try this at home, girls and boys.
Not try this at home.
Yeah. So how do you feel now that the season's over?
Great. Like I feel like I don't have to like relive this stuff anymore. So I mean, it feels great to me. It's like it wasn't fun like watching those episodes because we don't see it. It's not like we see it before and then all of a sudden they play it. Like we see it at the same time as you. So some of this stuff I just was like, whoa, like he really said that? Like that's interesting. So, I'm just glad that it's over because it's like imagine like, trying to heal and then like you're seeing these episodes. So it's almost like reopening like a scar and then trying to close it again. So I'm just glad that it's over.
I know the breakfast episode. I was messaging you like, I hate him. Yeah, and he's bringing her breakfast.
And I was like, no, because he actually gave me the heads up on that. So it's like I already knew what to expect because he like when he filmed it, he had hit me up and he was like, hey, I just want to let you know that it's gonna be a disrespectful scene that we're about to film. It's gonna be a breakfast scene. So he had already told me, and he was like, so when you see it, you know what to expect. And I just like, oh, okay. So I mean, you don't have to do it, but okay.
Indy. So what was one scene that you didn't know about that just kind of snuck up on
Just
you?
that, the breakfast scene, right?
honestly,
Like,
You knew about it. That
oh,
I
when
knew
he
about
told
that.
her, you told her,
Yeah,
yeah.
he told me. So I knew about that. I think it was the stuff that he was saying in his confessionals that was getting me. It was the like that kind of stuff. The I'm in love with two women.
And
Like
I don't know which one to pick.
Yes, I can't say I love one more than the other. I said, you should love the one who was been held you down and not the one that you just met. But okay, like, yeah, let's go with it. So that kind of stuff, just, seeing his confessionals, I just like, wow, like this sounds crazy. And, but it was eye-opening for sure.
It was painful for me personally, because I mean, we've met you, we've talked to your mom a few times, we've met your siblings, all but one, I think. And it's like, I was so fucking mad. And I was messaging you like, fuck this guy. Oh,
you were sick about it.
Thank you, Capricorn 11, for the super chat.
She's our favorite. That lady is sending me a bottle of small batch rum.
Oh. You could have fun and be safe.
Yeah, be safe.
Be safe.
Be safe. Don't be with punks like Harry. Well, so let me ask you this. Would you do that again? Would you date another guy in jail like that, in prison?
No, I think I'm good. I think I learned my lessons. So yeah, no.
And is it because you don't really know what you're going to get? Like, people can talk any kind of game when they're not
That's
with
true,
you, right?
like, yeah, and I think that's what it is for me, because I feel like me and Harry was like on the same page, like emotionally, mentally, and all that other stuff. And then it was kind of like, he kind of switched a little bit, like once he got to the halfway house. So it's just like, I really do genuinely believe like he wants to give me all the things that he said he wants to give me, but I think like reality smacked him and it was just like, oh shit, like I'm not ready, like I just want to have fun type of thing. But he wasn't communicating that in the way in which he should have.
Well, I mean, the first night he came out, he was already disrespectful. Seriously, that was not cool at all.
Yeah, that was not cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just think he's very immature, to be honest. Like, aside from all the other stuff, it's like, I think he went in at a really young age and he came out at that same emotional age,
I honestly just think it's growth. Like, he just needs to grow as a person. Like, I don't think he's a bad person, and I don't like to, bash him, even if that's what he chooses to do, to me. He
doesn't.
Like,
I feel like he doesn't bash you unless I missed it. I feel like
no, I don't think so either. But sometimes people like to stir the pot, so I'll get messages and people will be like, "Oh, he said this on his live, or he said that," and I don't know if he said those things. Nobody's ever seen me any kind of screen recordings, but I will never personally bash Harry. I just like, if I have love for you, like I'm gonna always have love for you. So, I like to see the world from everybody's point of view. And sometimes, people do stuff based off of like survival old instincts. So that's just the way I try to see things.
Right. Do you feel like Harry defends you from like the social media backlash? Like you have his back? Do you feel like he has your back in that way?
No, I feel like I definitely have his back more than he has mine. I think though, like say if we did like live together, then I think he'll get on there and be like, yeah, but I do think sometimes he'll be like, he will take accountability and be like, okay, it wasn't her fault. She didn't do anything wrong. But then like, if he feels like a little hurt or something, then he'll kind of backtrack. So I definitely have his back more than he has mine. But I do see him, he tries every once in a while. I do see that he'll try to have my back.
I actually feel when we spoke to him, I got this weird duality kind of feeling from him, like that there's part of him that does have the potential to grow up. And there's part of him that even has a little wisdom, but that there's this whole like immaturity on the other hand. And it pissed me off.
I definitely think that like, he is smart and he's what I don't know why he comes off like that, but like really he really is wise, and like if he just like apply himself, like he could really be great. And I be wanting that for him, like genuinely I be wanting that for him, because he is smart, but it's just like somehow the other side just kind of always wins, which is a little frustrating. But yeah, if he just apply himself and just grew a little bit more mentally, then yeah, he'll be great.
He's definitely kind of broken, I feel like. I mean, we all are in our own ways, but he seems really broken.
I think he just needs some good counseling, like counseling and stuff like that. And just like people, like good people in his circle. Like, I don't feel like he has anybody in his circle. I think I was the only one really who was like, giving him like sound advice and stuff like that.
What
Right.
about Lydia?
Lydia was getting in the ass. She definitely was, but he don't want to hear that. So,
Right.
But
It's harder with your
yeah,
siblings, I'm
with your
sure.
siblings, I think it's harder. I think he respects though, like Carla's opinion and stuff like that. But I mean, Carla has her own life, she's getting married and stuff like that. So it's just like she can't like be his mom. Like she has to focus on her own life. So,
Yeah.
other than, his siblings, I really don't feel like he has good people in his corner.
I wonder, yeah. I just have to ask it. I know that you heard about the whole controversy, the mocha. You can decline to answer, but was there something suspicious about that podcast when we interviewed him and he was
So
calling out
I'm
people
gonna
on the street
literally
saying
say,
mocha?
I'm gonna set the record straight and say that because I actually speak to him and because I know his life and what he got going on in his life, Harry is not selling drugs. Like everybody was so pissed. Like Lydia was pissed. Carla was
I know
pissed.
they're all angry at us. I know that.
They are pissed with y'all because they just like, that's not cool. Like his PO could have seen that he's not selling drugs, and he really isn't. Like he's not selling drugs. Like, so I just like
Mary's
he
not
did say,
having
of
it.
course he said
Okay.
that shit a lot of times and stuff like that, but he told me like, the terminology and the slang for different drugs, and none of it was mocha. So I don't know why he was saying it that much. I honestly just think he was trying to get his order right or whatever he was trying to do, but I don't think that he was, selling drugs. I don't think that.
Okay, so we'll just leave that there.
gonna
And
leave
I think that everyone
Before I
should.
get myself into more trouble.
Yeah, we've already said what we think. You've said what you thought, Mary, but I just want everyone to notice that this classy lady here
Yeah.
is still, she's got his back no matter
I got his
what.
back. No
Yeah,
matter what.
right.
I'm gonna have his back. And then because I just know his lifestyle, like it's just like somebody who's selling drugs, they got money. Like, and they like, they have money. They're not it, like I don't want to be shady, so I'm not trying to say too much, but like, when you sell drugs, you got money to do things and go places and buy stuff and get new things and new outfits and shoes and clothes. And it's just like realistically, that's not his life right now. Like he doesn't have it. Like, I think he's working towards having it, but he doesn't have it. So,
and you understand when we interviewed him, we had no consciousness of this or no suspicions of this. People came to us and said that.
Yeah, which I know that people was telling y'all that that's what that means and stuff like that. But all the people that I talked to are from Cleveland, and they was just like, that's not the slang out there. Like that's not something that they use for their slang. So
we just leave it there. Leave it right there. It is what it is. So it's over. Do you think you would go on another season of Love After Lockup?
Would you do
reality
TV again? In these,
they want us to do Life After, and respectfully, I declined. I'm like, give me a spinoff. Like, let's follow, like, my family, or like,
Yolanda the Bounty Hunter. That's what I'm talking about.
And just focus on my mom.
Yolanda the Bounty Hunter.
Yes, my mom, my siblings, my love life. Like, what's going on with that? Like, let's do something different.
Yeah.
But
what is going on with your love life now that you said that?
I'm single and ready to mingle.
You ready to mingle?
Yes, I am. Like I'm not like I want to listen, I want to dip my toes in. Like I'm not trying to be in nobody's relationship or nothing like that. I'm just trying to, it's just like dates and little stuff like that. It is somebody that I have a crush on, but I'm just in my time with stuff, Yes. And if you look at my page,
does he or she know about your crush or?
I shot my shot, but it just was like a lot of like back and forth liking pictures, and I was on his live once, and it was like a conversation that took place. And I post him a lot. So if y'all really focus and y'all would kind of know who my crush is, because I post his motivational videos a lot.
Oh, okay.
Interesting.
Well, whoever he is, he'd be lucky to have you.
I agree.
Because a lot of people don't know this about you, but there's a lot more depth than meets the eye. And having
Yes.
had conversations
Lot of
behind the
layers to
scenes,
Indy.
yeah.
Lots of layers.
And as a writer, like I just want to call her out. She's a horror writer, which is one of my
Yes.
favorite things. So, and I have read her work and she's well on her way. Like there's a lot more depth than you all have seen on TV. And I just
Definitely.
shout out to Indy for real.
Thank you. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
a lot of people don't know that I'm smart. They be like, girl, the show played with you because when we be watching these interviews, you're like a different person. I just like, it's entertainment. Like watch it for entertainment purposes, but like before you jump to conclusions, like get to know a person, talk, have a conversation. Like a lot of people slide in my DMs and ask for advice or like, try to talk to me. And when they do, they realize like, okay, sis is really smart. She just was pretty much dumb for this guy, but she's not dumb. And that's what it really is. Like,
Well, I dare anyone out there to say they haven't done that because I did it for 13 fucking years with my
Yeah.
ex-husband. I was dumb as a box of rocks. He was cheating on me. He was playing me. He was using me. And I just stuck with it. Like, I don't
And it
know
be
who
like
hasn't
that.
done that.
right. And it's like that sometimes. I think the only difference is mine's played out on TV.
Which is
Like,
horrible in a way,
Yeah,
which is
right?
a horrible,
never do
it's
that,
horrible because
girl.
you gotta like relive it and stuff like that. And people, they come to their little conclusions or opinions, but it was love. Like, I mean, I don't know what to say. Like, I just genuinely was trying to ride for him to the end. Like,
Yeah. Would you do it again if you could rewind?
yeah, I think so. I still would do it because, I feel like it's two things. Like, it's a blessing or it's a lesson. So it's just like I feel like in that time I needed that lesson. Like it'll help like with my future, like in my future relationships.
Yeah.
Like it taught me what I need to work on, which is like self-love, self-worth, like being more confident in myself, setting boundaries. Like these were all lessons that I would have needed to get regardless, even if it wasn't with him, it would have been with somebody else because it was still lessons that I need to learn for myself. So
Right.
What kind of boundaries would you have set? If you
like just pretty much like, not accepting cheating, if I'm seeing red flags, to cut things off or like start like, be firm and like, okay, you're moving like this. If you're going to continue to move like this, then I'm going to cut you off type of things. And if you're doing it, then actually cut you off. So, just those type of things. Like, I feel like it was a growing experience for sure. So I couldn't take that back. And then also like just being on the show and everything has made me more stable and like more business focused. And so I really can't say like I wouldn't do it again.
Right. Okay.
so your mom said something once where she said that you always had aspirations as far as like performing or acting, those kind of things. Is that what you thought it would be like?
Yeah, so like I definitely always wanted to be an actress. So I mean, it's and to a degree, sometimes it's similar to that because sometimes you do have to like do a scene over or if it's flat or dry, then you might have to do that again. So to like essentially it kind of is like that. But of course, like, that you'll have like your real drama and it'd be your real life situations. But sometimes you want to make things a little bit more dramatic than what it really is.
So we just interviewed Curtis King from
I know who that is.
Lord.
Lordy.
And this man said the producers want to be a nice guy and quote unquote, I played the hell out of it. Like, is it that explicit or was he just wanted to be on the show so bad he would have done whatever they said? I mean,
maybe it's that he would have done whatever they said because I feel like I have boundaries. Like I felt like I said, like, if I don't want to do something, I'm not doing it. Like we're going to do it my way and it's just going to be that. So like, maybe it's just that he wanted to be on the show. Like, I don't know him personally, so I don't know, but some things you have to say no to. Like if you're not comfortable, then it just will be a no for me.
he is messy.
Yes, he is messy.
It's just very messy. Listen,
Messy.
I'm team Kevin. I'm team
Are
Kevin.
you?
Yes, I am. Like, I am definitely team Kevin. So, yeah.
I just laughed and said that's what you get when you say no to Mary, because Mary came to Kevin and asked him to interview and he didn't respond. And then Curtis came on. He had the first word. But then I don't know if you, sorry, go on.
Oh, he probably just, he probably was waiting for somebody to interview him, I'm sure.
Yeah, no shit. The funniest part, though, where he was like, well, yeah, I used to get in trouble too in my much, much younger years. And then 5 minutes later, he's like, look at my ankle monitor. Seriously.
Oh, wow.
It was like, you're much, much younger years of 5 minutes ago.
Okay. Yeah. Like, he's still getting in trouble. That's funny.
Exactly. It was
That's
so funny. We did a live with Auntie's advice the other night, and we were talking. She was actually coming. She did the same thing she did with the Harry video, where she broke down our interview with Curtis.
And I know she probably read him for Phil.
Oh, yes, she did.
Yes, I know she did.
But Kevin was in the chat. And she was trying to get him to come on to her live, and he was just not even answering.
He was not even answering. He was just like,
he probably just wanted to watch, like, he might not be into, like,
he was commenting. Yeah. Mary tipped him off, told him come in.
Some people are into interviews and some people aren't. He might not be one of those guys, because I haven't seen him do like any interviews, so maybe that's just not his thing.
Well, we have a request in for him. We're hoping that we can get one. He said he would, because of course he wants to respond.
Of course he wants
to. He has to. Like, I think he has to. Like, I am team Kevin all the way. That's the KO king. Like, I'm here for him and his energy. Like, I'm here for it.
Okay, but I just have to tell you this, and I should send it to you. Curtis, to back up his point of view, sent us a video of him knocking someone out just to prove he could do it. I was like, this is the definition of toxic masculinity here.
It is. It's just like, sometimes you just got to hold your L and keep it pushing. Like, it's unfortunate the whole world saw you get knocked out, but sometimes you just got to take that L and keep it pushing. Like, you know what I mean?
Right. Exactly.
Because it's just like, yeah, you might have knocked somebody else out, but you didn't knock him out. It was the other way around. So,
I would try to make it really funny if I were him. I would laugh at myself and try to play it off.
Yeah, play it off. You can only laugh at yourself. That's it.
People are loving your blonde hair. I'm sneaking a peek at the comments over here.
I can't even see the comments, but yes, thank you.
Yeah. I can if I put on my old lady glasses over here.
My old lady glasses.
Indy looks gorgeous with the blonde hair. And
thank you.
Indy, the blonde is fire.
Thank you.
Capricorn 11's waving her red flag.
For Curtis.
He is the definition of red flag. Yeah, we will never get over Rick on that season going, red flag, red flag, red flag. We say that all the time. Have you met these cast members, by the way?
So no, but I talked to like a few or whatever, but like we're making plans to maybe like get together and stuff, but like I haven't met anybody just yet. But I talked to a lot.
They have a tell-all.
Right?
They have to.
They should, right? Like
next time they met.
Yeah, because you've been on Love During Lockup and now Love After Lockup. So you have like two different like franchises going on. So
that would have been dope. And I could have been on Life After, but I didn't want to be in nobody's love triangle. I think I'm giving main character energy only. Like, that's it.
Yes, leading lady right there. So what do you say to the haters who said that you were somehow less than a great mother to Coco by moving her to Ohio? Because they don't know the whole story.
Yeah, I don't even... Like, I don't care. Like, it doesn't affect my life. Like, you're not paying my bills. Like, you're not, helping me in any of my life. Like, so, I mean, it doesn't matter what they say or what they think. And then, like, I know what type of mother I am. Also, it's stuff that everybody don't get to see on TV, which is, like, a lot of y'all won't know and don't know that Harry and I were seeing each other while he was in a halfway house. So we were doing visits, like I would come by myself. And then it was visits where I would bring the kids to see how he interacted with them and stuff like that. but of course for entertainment purposes that was left off of there. But I was seeing him, he was seeing the kids, so it was like I paced myself as much as possible to make sure that he, like, you know, they could get acclimated with one another and see if like he would actually be a good dad to them, and he showed that he was. It wasn't until he got out that everything just kind of flipped. So I mean, those kind of opinions really don't affect my life, because at the end of the day, my kids are straight, they're good, like they love their mom. So
And we love their mom too. We
Yeah.
do. And to any of you who want to say we're biased, I'm not looking at the comments, but if you do, you're right. We are biased. We love Indy.
somebody
Indy
said,
fan.
ask Indy if I would date Kevin.
What you think,
I think
Kevin?
it's like everybody been trying to put me on with everybody. People been
Really?
saying Kevin, they've been saying Deontay, like they been trying to put me on with everybody. And
Didn't we hear something about Deontay? What was that, Mary?
Oh,
Someone
told me-
said your cousins or
cousin.
something.
Someone told me Deontay
No.
was cousin.
what?
People
Yes.
talk a lot of shit. They said
People
she's
do
his
talk a
cousin
lot
and
of
he
shit.
got her on the show because
Yes.
they're
No.
cousins.
We are
Yes.
not cousins. I think no, we're definitely not cousins, because that would be gross. But no, and I mean I get a lot. Even somebody said that I should date Kevin's brother. And I said, his birthday is January 30th, like mine's, and two Aquariuses together, that would be toxic. So no. But yeah, just no. No.
I love Aquarians. As a
We're the
Gemini,
definitely
like your
best.
As a
mama.
Gemini.
The
That's
best. We're the
yeah,
best.
like my girl Yolanda. That's pretty interesting. What else are we hearing here? So Kevin and Indy, heck no, I'm with you, Born Dreamer. No, he's not
No,
gonna
I
No
vote
think
way.
he
for her.
I think he definitely would be a good friend, but Kevin gives off like player vibes, and then I
Player.
had that already. Like I don't need another player. Like no, I
No,
need somebody that wants to be serious and like committed and faithful. Like that's the energy that like that I need for myself.
well,
But
you
right now,
serpent.
I'm not even trying to settle down. Like I'm just focused on myself, on like self-love, self-worth, healing, and maybe like going on dates here and there, but really like I'm not looking for anybody. Like I'm going to attract it, not chase it.
What does Naira say about what's happening now? What's the latest with the Naira?
So pretty much like opportunities coming in the summertime, like that I should hop on. She didn't say specifically what it would be, but like it's some stuff in the works that that I'm waiting on. But like right now, this is my season of just pretty much like opportunities and like growing my brand. She was like, do YouTube, you'll be successful at that. So right now it's for me, it's just about business and put myself in a place to make my kids have everything that they deserve to have. Like men can come later,
Yeah, I agree with that. Men second always.
Yeah, yes.
Especially when you got kids, right? So
Yeah.
who would your ideal guy be? Like, what would he be like? What are the characteristics you're looking for in a man? Just in case anyone out there can help set you up.
I think honestly, like somebody that's like me, like I would want him to be like motivational, positive, like a provider. I would want his energy, like the energy to be reciprocated. Like I'm a giver, I would want him to be a giver. Like so it's not just take. We're both giving and like pouring into each other. I would want him to be respectful, mature. Like if he didn't have kids, be open to, being a stepdad. And if he does have kids, like a good father. So, it would be like a whole list of things that he just would have to have, like a good communicator, kind-hearted, faithful, like, or, you have some self-discipline, that kind of thing.
I'm just curious. So your mom I know you guys are really close. Your whole family is really close. Would you ask your mom's opinion next time? Because it seems like no, she's like, no. And why is that? Because her her alarms bells were going off this whole time, right? But why wouldn't you check in with her? Just curious. Like I would never check in with my mom, just letting you know.
Yeah, I just would like, I mean, because at the end of the day, like I've always been the type to do what I want, whether it fails or succeeds, like I'm gonna do me. So while it would be nice to be like, oh, what's your opinion? Like, what do you think of him? Like, that's not gonna change my opinion of that person. Like, I'm just one of those kind of people that you gotta touch the fire to get burnt type of things. Like, and that's just going to always be me. Like, yes, I would love your wisdom. Yes, tell me what you're thinking, what you feel. So that way I can keep an eye out and I can watch the red flags. But at the end of the day, like I'm still going to take those steps on my own to decipher if I want to be with you or not.
Yeah, every step on the journey takes you someplace, right?
Yeah.
Let's see what people are asking. Anyone have any questions? Everybody loves your hair. People are saying they're going to rewatch the beginning. People are complimenting Mary's oy vey. I agree. And someone named Brim, I don't know how to say her name or his name, Brim Maivon. The right person will come your way. I agree. She deserves all good things. So more questions for Indy. What do you have to ask her? Danielle said she would make them fill out an application and to be vetted before getting them.
Yes, I feel like go through my mom first and then she'll say yes or no.
Right, exactly.
Yes, no. And then after that, then this next step is to like, go on a date or something like.
She knows you really well. And when I say that, I mean, she said Indy always does what she wants. She is self-possessed. No matter what I say, she knows her own mind. So like, I would say she really gets you.
Yeah, she definitely knows who I am. And I don't think, honestly, that's not going to change because I feel like that's the only way you're going to learn. Like if you always have somebody to shield you from things, like how could you ever grow as a person? You're a plant. Like you have to water yourself. And the only way you can do that is by learning. So
you're just like her though.
Yeah.
I mean, imagine someone trying to tell your mom what to do.
No, but for sure. And it's just like, it's like that sometimes. You just have to learn yourself.
Yeah, I agree. And Nadia is asking, how's Coco?
Coco is really good. She's sleeping. She's I'm in the closet because she's like out there.
Are you literally in a closet?
Yeah. she's sleeping. I didn't want to be loud because like the sound carries because like we moved into this place like in April. We got furniture that we're still waiting for, and it's been months. Like, and I'm still waiting for my furniture. So it's just like without the furniture, like everything seems like it echoes. So I just like let me close myself in this closet and do this interview so she don't wake up because she has school in the morning.
Thank you so much, by the way, for doing this. I know she wasn't feeling well, and I kind of like
she's a lot better. Yeah, no, she's a lot better. I just think it was like a little 24-hour little bug. I gave her some Motrin, and honestly, she's feeling better. So.
Good.
Yeah.
So I promised we wouldn't keep you on long. So I would love to see more questions. Okay.
Definitely go on.
Somebody's asking about whether John's single. Everybody loves John.
I know, but John has a girlfriend, Victoria. Her name is Victoria. And I think he might post her sometimes. I think he does. Yeah.
I still want to talk to him about the astral projection thing.
Yeah, so he's definitely into all of that.
I know. And I need to know. I think your mom sent me his IG. I just have to message him about it. What other questions do people have? Her brother, fine. We all agree with you, Miss Johnson.
Somebody said, am I spiritually divorced? I definitely need to have a spiritual divorce party. Like I feel like I need to have a party, but honestly, like Harry and I are still spiritually attached because it's just like he doesn't stop calling. Like, and I don't know if he ever will. It might take him a while, but it's
Does
like
Terry know that? Are they still together?
They are, but it don't seem like it. Like based off like his pose and how he be saying like they're all some hoes and this and that. Like it seemed like they're not, but I guess that works for them. Like he likes to be free. He's just not ready for the type of love and energy I give. But he also knows that I'm a great woman, and that's why he's not going anywhere. But I definitely want to still have that spiritually divorce party because she's single.
Please don't ever date him again.
We're not getting back together.
Never.
No. That, and I always tell people, because a lot of people be like, well, maybe he just needs to grow. And I'm like, who knows what life throws at you. But if we were ever to get back together, it would be years will have to pass
Yeah.
and have therapy. And like, you know, he just will have to be a different person. The person he is right now is just solely for like, he's just fun. Like he's not
He's
ready.
like a teenager.
Yeah, it's like, you know, you're just having fun right now. And I'm not having fun. Like I know what I want. And so that's what I'm gonna, you know, attract to myself because I'm manifesting that for myself.
Zion Shore wants to know if he's a good lover.
Yes, amazing. 10 out of 10 on everything.
There you go.
That's probably what I was. So
I had a
that's probably like,
suspicion.
yeah, and that's probably why everybody's stuck on stupid. Not like, and that's why it probably took me a while, you know, to let it go. And that's probably why Terry is going to take Terry a while too to be like, yeah, no, because it's really good.
I've been blinded by the deed before, trust me.
Who
For
hasn't?
for 13 years.
Who
I hope he
hasn't?
doesn't watch this podcast.
Who hasn't?
Live and
You know?
learn.
You live and you learn.
He lost a classy lady, said DQ's pineapple.
He definitely did, but he knows
Cannot
that
agree
though.
more.
He has regrets. He knows.
I do think he does too. I feel
Yeah.
like he
And he
yeah.
says that when everybody asks him, he does say he really does have regrets. He wishes that he didn't treat me the way he did and that he would have just communicated
Oh, of
what
course
he
he
was
does.
feeling. Yeah. I mean,
hindsight's
it's
2020.
like, you know,
But why Terry compared to you? Like she just doesn't seem to have maybe right? Mary's shaking her head.
I know.
I honestly
Yeah.
just think that it's like, you know, she's young too. She's only 25. And so it's like he doesn't have to be serious. Like he doesn't really have to give her a full commitment. Like he even said it himself, like, you know, I'm like the temptation is out there. Like I can't tell you, you know, what's
Right.
gonna happen because there's temptation out there for him. And he even said it too. Like I can't tell you what's gonna happen with me and Indy down the road because he thinks that like, you know, he can just have his fun and then later on once he's done, like he can come back, and that's not always the case. But you know, I think that's his thought process.
Right.
Yeah, what
Yeah.
he did to you in front of the whole universe,
It's
that's hard to
messed
come
up.
back from big
It's-
time.
Yeah, it's messed up, but like, I forgive him. It was this book that I read. It's called The 4-Part Agreement by Don Miguel Ruiz. And so if you read that, like, it'll help you see people in a different light. Like you'll stop
Wait,
taking
what was the name? I'm sure I heard it incorrectly.
The 4-Part Agreement.
The 4-part agreement. Okay. And
Yeah.
what is that about?
So if you read it, it'll teach you that like pretty much like everybody comes with their own set of problems. And so whatever anybody does to you, you can't take it personally because it's not really about you, it's about them. And so like once I read that book, like it kind of opened my mind to like not take anything personally. Like you just have to pretty much like forgive and just realize like it's not you, and because it wasn't me, it all has to do with him. And so like I don't hate him. I just know that he's going through his own little journey and he just has to learn. Like somebody who's never had love before doesn't know how to love or how to receive that love when they finally do get it. So I can't really fault him. Like yes, it's shady business and it was effed up, but like, you know, I have forgiveness in my heart, you know.
You're awesome. I think that is very wise. Like we're the only ones, we're the guardians of our own peace of mind. There's
Exactly.
And
no
that's
one who can
it.
fix it.
And that's it, because
Yeah.
I could be over here and be
There's no room for
depressed,
hatred
but
in our hearts.
no.
Samara says Terry was a fun time and freedom, no structure, something he wasn't able to have in jail. And I guess once you have kids, right, it's hard for you to just be a good time. Like you've got
Yeah.
kids in the mix. So
And I
And you're
agree.
a
I
grown
think
up.
they're around the same age. Like he's 24, she's 25. So it's fun. Like he gets to have fun. He gets to live that out. But the thing is, when he's ready for serious, guess who he's gonna call?
hopefully you will be with someone grown up. by then.
Exactly.
A soulmate.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
That's
Who else
true.
has questions for Indy?
Let's see. Indigo Sage asks, did Harry speak differently in jail versus when he got out? Overall, especially his vocabulary.
Yes, definitely. Like he was definitely, that's why I always tell people, like he really is smart. Like I don't know where this energy comes from, because like if I can pull out letters to show y'all, like he has a great vocabulary, he's intelligent, like, and then he definitely was telling dreams, you know. So definitely, like, you know, it was like almost dating two separate people. Like, you know how like the Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, like
Right.
it's
Yeah.
like two separate entities. One is smart, and then the other one is just like the villain. And that's him.
I wonder if he's a Gemini.
No, he's a line ass Libra.
Is he really? But that's another
Yes.
dual sign, right? These are the
Yeah,
dual
but it's
signs.
funny because I'm
Really?
compatible with Libras, but see, the
Of
thing
course.
is, like, Libras, like, when they're young, they are the worst. Like, they will lie, like, cheat, like, that's young Libras. But once Libras, like, get older and they mature and they're in a relationship and they're serious, like, they will be faithful and they will give you everything that you want, but it just takes maturity and growth. So
I got a Libra kid. Libras, Geminis, and Aquarians. We're all air signs. We get along. My
Yes, the
son
air signs are always
balances
the best.
all the energy out.
yes,
I love Libra men. I do.
yes, me too.
Yeah. So Nadia wants to know, do you still talk to Lydia?
That's my bestie. She'll be here. She's coming the 29th and she'll be here to probably like the 2nd. So yes.
Please give her our best. I know she's very angry with us.
She's upset.
That's
Yeah.
okay. I understand.
Yes.
You got to understand though, like this came to us too. It's not like we were sitting
Yeah.
there thinking that the whole time. And
Yeah.
if, let's say that was real, we, you know,
Right.
like that
You still
could
gotta do your
happen to
job.
us.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
get
his
it.
behavior was really weird. You have to
Yeah.
admit it. Even he would say that he was being really ADD and really
He
all over
definitely,
the
but
place.
that's
all over the
it's him
place.
all the time. I just like, bro,
it?
sit down. Like he's
Right. Take a
ADD
breath.
for real.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I'll tell her that you guys, I'll talk to her. But yeah, she'll be like, we're still kicking it. Like I talk to her.
I don't blame
a
her for
lot.
being angry.
Yeah.
I don't. I really don't blame her for being angry. And she's got to have her brothers.
Of
Yeah, she's
know,
gotta have
his
his
back.
back
Also have her
for sure,
brother's
because
back.
that's her brother. Yeah. So
I
What
love
does
how
Terry's
she-
family think of Terry?
I think I don't know. Carla is I think Carla is Team Terry, but then also Carla just likes them. She don't want to be in the mix at all. Like she minds her business. And but Lydia is just like, I mean, she's cool, but she's a little off. She's like, I don't want to be involved in that either because he's not taking her serious either. So why even subject myself to that? Like, so she's like, Lydia minds her business. Like she's team mind her business. And then also like at the end of the day, she's gonna have my back because we're close. Like she's probably moving to Maryland come like September. So to be close to me and stuff and to make her money. But
I know she told us that when we interviewed her, and that to me is extremely telling. The fact that like she's in this situation where it's her brother or you, and she is kind of going with you. I'm not saying she's deserting her brother, but like
no, she loves her brother, but she knows that like I treated him well. So it's not like what beef could she have with me? Like she loves
she
me.
said that you changed her life.
Yeah, I always look out for her. Like the same energy that I gave her is the same energy that I give Lydia. Like I'm there for her if she need me. Like I got her. That's my bestie. The kids love me. Even if she wants to get rid of me, the kids don't allow it. Like they be like, we miss Auntie Indy. They call me TT Indy. Like they like, where am I going? And where is she going? Like even if we had like we'll yell at each other and have like little fights, but then we're back to being like this. It's like being like it's literally like a sisterhood. And so it's just like she can't get rid of me. She can't. And if she tries, like I'll be pulling up to her house in Ohio. So
I can't imagine anyone being mad at you. You're so sweet.
No, we get
God, everyone loves your blonde hair. Everybody just over and over again.
Thank you. I was trying to give Halle Berry and backs.
It's working for you, girl. But whatever you do is working for you. The last time we saw you with that massive mane, that was incredible.
Yes,
too.
like I always try to switch it up. Like I've been trying to do like new things all the time.
For April,
thank you. For April, that we got a super chat. Yeah, awesome. All right, more questions for Angie because we promised we wouldn't keep her that long.
Yes.
Yeah.
She's hiding in a closet from Coco.
Yeah, exactly.
I know.
What does that mean? 30 days, the clock is ticking. I don't know what Samara means by that exactly.
Samara
what
says,
does that mean? 30 days, the clock is ticking on what exactly?
I don't know. I didn't know. Indy deserves so much better. I agree.
I
I
agree.
agree with that.
She is
agree.
I
royalty.
agree with
I
that.
agree. I definitely agree with that.
Out of all the women that have been on Love After Lockup, this is the goddess right here. That's my
Thank you.
opinion. And
No,
I do
you know
not
what?
say
I
that to
get that.
everyone.
I definitely get that a lot. Like everybody says that they be like, you probably was like the most genuine female ever. Like, and you could tell that. So I'm glad I give off those vibes. Like that's awesome.
I love your whole family. I think
you. We
you're
love you too.
awesome.
Can't wait to the summer because I'll be kid free. So we get together. We'll get together.
My guest room is waiting right there for you and your mama.
There.
We're gonna go do a meditation retreat in the Santa Cruz Mountains. All right. So Mary, what are your last? Do you have questions that we have not touched upon with this goddess?
No, I don't think so.
No. Any last questions? From
Any
the
last
crowd?
questions from anyone out there?
What
Somebody
was the
said, does
30 days
Indy
thing?
like women? I've been getting that a lot. Like a lot of people have been asking me if I like women, and I have not dated women. Like I haven't. No, I feel like I don't know. I don't. I
My
couldn't see
theory
that
is
being
you
a.
never know until someone comes
That's
along
true.
and
Right,
suddenly
exactly.
just
No,
opens
that's
your
very
mind.
true. Like I definitely agree with that, but I don't know if it could be long term for me because
Yeah.
I think that I would get bored. So
I think that a lot of women want you to say yes to that.
Yes, I'm sure they do.
oh yes.
Oh, Samara says you had a side combo on IG. I'm
Yes,
supporting
oh
her,
yeah,
and she
yes.
said something about 30
Yes,
days.
because I gotta get my stuff together. Like we're on like yeah, I definitely know what she's talking about. We have 30 days to get
Okay.
together and stuff like that.
Cool.
Indigo wanted to know if you thought that someone else wrote Harry's letters from jail.
No, Harry definitely wrote his own letters. And it's
That's
so
an
funny because
interesting
even like if
question.
you had like I have like you would text messages like he was in a halfway house and then conversations we had. He's very smart. He just sometimes just it's two different people. I'm telling you, it's two different people.
Yeah, that's immaturity. Sorry, April. Thank you for correcting us. There was a 4. I understand. We're your fan too.
Yes, for your friends too. Thank
All of you. We're all of your fans. The fact that you're here at all, we love you. So that's all I've got. I mean, we could tie up this season with
Yeah,
a
we
bow
could
unless you're
tie it up and-
seeing other questions you want to answer. Is there anything else you want to tell people?
Pretty much just stay tuned. Like I'll definitely be dropping my YouTube channel. So I'll go on there and do
We'll
like fun,
promote it. We will.
yes, Q&As and stuff like that. And then I definitely want to give everybody what everybody wants, and that is a sit down with Perry. So
Oh, I thought you were going to say an OnlyFans.
no, I think people want that too.
I feel like you'd be
People might
rich.
want that
Okay.
too, and I feel like I would be rich too. And like, I listen, if I didn't have daughters, I probably would do it. I probably would and make my money. But I think I'm just gonna make my money like YouTube and stuff like that. But that would be funny because I think a lot of people do want to see that.
Well, would you ever get into reading cards and stuff like an Iris? Because you definitely have some intuitive qualities,
I
right?
definitely do, but like I don't think I would read cards. I think maybe like life wants me to help people or give people advice and stuff like that. But as far as reading cards, probably not. That's just not for me. Like I'm actually like studying to be a doula. So I'll be like taking those classes this summer.
Wow.
And so I'll be focusing on my YouTube channel, becoming a doula, and just like, putting like, my success on like the forefront.
Good for you. Well, any way we can help or promote you, we're in. Samara says,
appreciate
Indy's
it.
just an amazing person. Keep growing.
Thank you.
I agree with you.
Thank you.
And I want you to
April
keep
wants to
writing.
know, does Coco still ask about Harry?
Yes, she definitely does. And Harry asks us about Coco too. Like he'd be like, "Oh, let me," like, cause I'm so toxic. He's blocked, and he's blocked maybe like I want to say every other week. He's blocked, and
You remind me of Mary right now.
I will block somebody so quickly, and I don't feel bad about it. Like I really don't. And he'll like send me messages like, "Oh, I just want to talk to Coco. Let me just check in on her. Let me make sure she's good." And then Coco always asks us like if she can talk to him and stuff like that. So, they still
I hope he
definitely
has the relationship with his own daughter too. I hope that. for her
I
sake.
mean, right now, I think that him and the mother of his child is not on speaking terms. So hopefully
That's too
sometime
bad.
they could yeah, I hope that they could resolve that though for Ava's sake for
Yeah.
sure.
Yes, yes. I
Yeah,
hope
she seemed
so.
pretty angry.
Yeah.
Yes, Sally, Harry is a Libra. Okay, have people send in applications for a PO box and do a small dating episode for a YouTube channel? I don't understand that. Someone else says you'd be a great social worker. I say
Yes,
you'd
I
be
can
great
say
at
that.
anything that you
Oh,
want
they're
to do.
saying for content for her YouTube channel to have people send in applications to a PO
Oh
box.
yeah.
Her and her mom
Relationship
could
advice.
review them,
Oh, okay.
do it, for content for her YouTube channel.
Oh yeah, that was
Nice.
so. I think
Nice.
cool.
Well, okay, I would like to ask one last question, and that is,
Okay, well,
do
actually,
you,
wait, Brianna, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Randy wants us to ask Brianna, I'm sorry, Indy, if any of her scenes or stories were scripted or was everything 100% true?
good question.
So most of my stuff was true. Like I wish I could make it up. Like I wish he wasn't like out here being disrespectful and cheating and stuff like that. Like I wish I could say that was all fake, but no, my stuff was true. But of course, some stuff is like dramatized to make it more. But yeah, pretty much.
They have you repeat scenes sometimes, right?
Sometimes,
Like
yeah,
planes flying overhead, and it's like, can you
yeah,
try
that
that
kind of
again? And yeah,
exactly.
Right.
So if it's like
and they
you hear
edit
noise,
it.
yeah. So if you hear noise in the background or something like that, then they do have you do scenes over. And then, also some stuff like we're shooting all day, but most stuff get cut out. Like when my mom cursed him out in the car, like it was a longer read than that. Like she definitely read him more. Like when we said goodbye to each other, it wasn't just a hug, like we kissed and then parted ways. So it was a little bit more like heartfelt than that. Like our goodbye to each other was a little bit more heartfelt. So it's stuff that gets cut. It's stuff that, we might have to repeat, but yeah,
Right.
my stuff was 100% real, unfortunately for me.
Right, unfortunately.
I want to know if someone else, like if you have advice for any other young women who are thinking about, talking to guys on day pay, getting together with men in prison, would you advise them against that? Would you advise them to do it? Is there any caveats? Do you have any advice on that?
I wouldn't tell people not to do it because you might actually for real meet your soulmate. Like I know a couple of people that's happily married to people that's in prison or out now. So I just say, pace yourself, use your wisdom, look at the red flags, don't give all your money, which is another thing that like I want to clear up. Harry was definitely like out. He wasn't using me for money, you guys, because I really didn't have that much to give him. Like I'm a mom of two. And then most of the time, like he was giving me money, like his stimulus checks and all that other. Yes, he was giving me his stimulus checks and stuff like that. And he would say, spend it on myself, spend it on the kids and stuff like that. He didn't even want it for himself. So he was helping me, a lot.
Awesome to hear that.
Yeah. So it's a lot of stuff that y'all don't get to see or that y'all don't know. But, I just would say don't, because I didn't have to give my money. Like he was making it work. Like, but he didn't care if he had to take like jobs inside there and stuff like that. But he made it work and was putting money on the phone and stuff like that. So like, don't give your money to these people. Like, I mean, if you have to, okay, but make sure that it's like a reciprocated energy because they can definitely get little jobs in there to get money to help put on the phone. So don't give your all.
Fair enough. Okay. I think that's it. I think that's it.
Yeah, I think so too.
Is there anything else that you want to tell people or any questions that you're seeing that I missed here?
I don't know. I feel like, I don't know. I think somebody asked like, was I gonna sit down with Harry or Terry? And it's definitely wouldn't be Terry. It would be Harry. And I don't think I have much more to say. Just stay tuned and, just follow me because I'll definitely be posting on YouTube and doing little stuff like that. So
Yes.
Let us know whatever you want to promote because I am Team Indie
We are
forever.
Team Indie.
And you know that. We love you. Hearts
Love
to
you.
you. Say hi to your mom and your sister and say hi to John. Tell him I'm coming to ask
Thank
about
you,
the
Will.
protection.
I definitely
Yeah.
will let him know.
Yay, we love you. Have a great night.
you
Thanks
too.
so much for spending this time with us. I really appreciate it. I know you're
No
busy.
problem.
Okay.
It was fun.
Thank you for hiding in the
Take good care,
closet.
honey.
I
Yeah,
know.
right.
Anything for you guys.
We love you.
you.
And
All
likewise.
right, love you.
All right. Talk to you
Thank you,
soon.
everybody, for watching.
Bye. Thanks,
Thank you for the
everyone.
super chats. Thank you for your
Bye.
support. Thank you for
Please
subscribing.
subscribe. Yeah.
Yes.
Definitely subscribe.
Bye.
Yes.